because I feel like you've been going full throttle on something and that just isn't, it didn't feel good to you. Like grinding away. Like I'm seeing like a chalk, you know how chalk grinds away? Like that's what I'm seeing. And you just like realize, okay, I can't give myself in that way anymore. No. Happy full moon in Leo today. Yes, I decided I want to give you guys an extended reading today. I probably will see how this goes going forward for just the new moon and full moon specifically. I just want to go ahead and give you just a 6-card spread and we're going to get into it. So I want you guys to focus on where you were back end of July 2022, because that's when we had our new moon in Leo. So between that 6 months, between the new moon and now the full moon in Leo, I want to say that this is going to be the time where you would either see your manifestations coming to life, or you are seeing anything that you did manifest that's no longer serving you is leaving. Okay, so there's a lot of completion cycles ending happening at this time. That's what full moons are about. Full moons are about endings. Okay, it's about closing a chapter, learning your lessons, things coming full circle. Okay, why is this necklace acting like it doesn't want to? There we go. Okay, let's get into it. What have you created and manifested since the new moon? We have Temperance, okay? This is about balance. You have created balance and ease and flow. And I really get the sense that you have been anxious about whatever it is that you've been manifesting. You'd be like, you wanted it yesterday, right? And you're like, why isn't it happening? Why isn't it happening? And honestly, you've learned fucking patience. You were like, you know what, Spirit? Fine. I really feel like on the collective consciousness, a lot of us have decided, all right, you know what, Spirit? I want this bad enough, I'm willing to wait. Because I think a lot of us were in our bratty energy, I want it now, I want it now, I want it now. And a lot of us have tapped into, you know what? I'll wait. I'll wait. You know, and also you've learned what to stop doing. You know, you've been giving so much of your energy to one thing and you realize that was just not, like, you've learned moderation is a lot of times what the Temperance comes with, because I feel like you've been going full throttle on something and that just isn't, it didn't feel good to you. I feel like you've been like grinding away. Like I'm seeing like a chalk, you know how chalk grinds away? Like that's what I'm seeing. And you just like realize, okay, I can't give myself in that way anymore. No, I've got to reserve some energy for me. Good for you. Where you are now, 7 of Cups, okay? 7 of Cups. You've got options. You're thinking about what you want next. Now that we have this full moon, you're thinking about now what do I want to manifest? Hopefully whatever you wanted has come to fruition. Now you're like, ooh, what now? You know what I'm saying? And you're thinking, especially because you've learned your lessons, you've learned moderation, you've learned patience. Now you're like, okay, how do I want to move forward? I feel like there's a little bit more wisdom to you that happened from this past 6 months, okay? And I don't feel like you're making any decisions. I feel like you're taking your time with your options, all right? And good, I don't want you to rush yourself, especially with this full moon and Leo energy. It's creative energy. So you want to make sure you're spending your creative, light energy wisely. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to waste it anymore. What is coming to your conscious awareness? 6 of Pentacles. Now, I don't use reversals in this deck, okay, but the 6 of Pentacles is about giving and or receiving. So some of you may be on the giving end. You realize that you've been taking from people, from spirit and energy. You need to start giving, okay? If you haven't seen any results in your life of anything, ask, do an internal check. Where have you been giving? Have you been giving to charities? Have you been helping friends and family when they ask? Have you helped that person who really needed someone to help them move, or did you sit at home and watch Netflix? Like, giving isn't always, people think of giving and they think of tithing at church. It's not always that way. Where did you give a positive energy exchange where you didn't expect anything in return? Okay, some of you need to be asking for help. Full moon in Leo. Leo is very prideful. They don't ask for help. Some of you need to ask for fucking help. Okay, you realize even with this temperance, this moderation, this balance, you realize you can't do it all by yourself and you need some assistance. You need to, hello, help me, please. What is no longer serving you? Queen of Swords, okay? Now, some of you, this is going to relate to a person who's in their feminine energy. Could be a male in their feminine energy, okay? But typically it's a woman, so that's going to be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I don't really personally feel like this relates to a person. I feel like for you, what's no longer serving you is relying on your logical brain. You've been leaning on what you think you should do, and you haven't been focusing on your intuition, okay? There's a time and a place where you need to do what's just smart, just you know what I'm saying? But I think you've been burned so many times that you're fearful. Like, I almost get the sense that you don't trust your intuition anymore. Like, you've done what you thought you should do, and there was a lesson in that, but now it's made you a little nervous to trust your intuition, okay? My advice to you is only do what feels good. And if you're unsure, wait, okay? If you're unsure, don't do anything, but only follow an instinct that feels good. If it feels positive and it feels like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to do this, do it. But if you're unsure, don't do anything. Don't do anything until it becomes more clear of whether or not you should pursue X, right? How can you release and let go of these energies? You need to explore your options, boo, especially with the Seven of Cups. You need to see what the fuck else is out there. Page of Wands. Okay? Pack your little weekender. see what the fuck is out there, okay? Because you've been in this little box, okay, and you've been thinking about the way you want your thing or whatever it is that you're manifesting to come to you in one specific way, that you have your blinders on to the other possibilities. Do some exploration, do some research. Be open to something or someone else. But that's not going to come by just sitting on your ass. You've got to go and venture out and see. Y'all ever been at a buffet? You know, go peruse what they got out. I think I might want to taste that. Ooh, that was disgusting. Never mind. You know, you've got to do that with life a little bit right now, okay? What additional resources are available to you as you release and let go? We have the Death card. Love this. Now, remember, first of all, Death represents Scorpio. Oh, I didn't say this, but Temperance represents Sagittarius. So maybe some of you have manifested a relationship of some sort, whether friendship, personal, or romantic, with a Sagittarius. But Scorpio is the Death card. So there might be a Scorpio that could be helpful to you at this point in time, as you release and let go of what's no longer serving you. But also, I specifically feel like there are some things that you've been doing over the past 6 months that you need to stop doing, that you've known you don't even want to do it anymore, but you're, again, this Queen of Swords, you think you should be doing it, so you just keep doing it anyway. Let it go. You hate it. Why? It's not really helping you. Remember, with every death, there's a rebirth. When something dies, you're making room, you're making space for something else, for something new. Okay, so whatever it is that you need to let go, I will have a little ceremony for it. Whatever it is that you're letting go, write it out. You know, have a little thank you for the purpose that you've served in my life. I release you. Burn it in a fire-safe container, please, and let it go. Please open all the windows as well. Okay, that is what I have for you for a full moon in Leo reading. Okay, be open to what Spirit has for you and really reflect on the past 6 months. If you want a more specific full moon reading, head to the link in my bio or the link below wherever you're watching this. The link is going to be somewhere. Schedule a private session with me. Okay, full and new moon readings I do in 30-minute increments. So go ahead, book a private session. Otherwise, I will see you for tomorrow's message of the day.